Zeke, what's the challenge you face this week against their run defense?
I would say this week just knowing where 33 is. You know, he pressures a lot. So I mean, you gotta know where he is. You gotta be ready for him to pressure, and just kind of containing him 54 and 50.
Zeke, during your rookie season, you hit the ground running right away. We're obviously a huge part of the offense, and it seems like CD's doing the same thing. What's kind of the secret to being able to transition so quickly from college to pro like that?
I don't really know the secret, but CD, I mean, he has the ability, and then on top of that, he has the heart, and he plays hard. And that's something you can't teach. You know, on the one I think block in the back, or the crackback block they called on him. You know, I mean, he made a little mistake there, but you can't teach someone to go hard and want to go block downfield, and that's what he brings.
I think this is one of the best starts you've had, just overall, not so much running the ball, but also being a receiver.
What's the question?
Do you feel like this is one of the best starts you've had in your career in terms of being an all-around back, in terms of running the ball and obviously being a receiver?
I think I've had a good start this year. Laid a good foundation for the season. You know, both as a runner and a blocker and out the backfield. Yeah, and just gotta keep building on that.
Zeke, when you think about the difference in the noise and the crowd energy from your first week with no fans at the Rams to what y'all had last week, how do you make sure that you bring your own juice when you go to Seattle?
Just gotta, you know, as being a leader on this team, just gotta make sure the guys in the locker room are juiced up and have high energy going into the game. And I mean, I think that's all you can do. All you can do is, you know, create your own juice, create your own juice within your team, within your locker room, and go off that.
Your teammates say that you specifically are good at bringing that juice. How do you go about hyping them up?
Just being myself. Just being myself, honestly. Just being myself. Don't really have to change anything. I mean, yeah.
How important is having a good week of practice and carrying that into the game help with having good juice and not being flat?
Just kind of building off the momentum we built in the second half of that game last week. Just continue that through practice and you know, keeping that energy level up and just making sure that we're coming out fired up Sunday night.
Coach McCarthy mentioned that last week's practices were not at the level he wanted them to be at. What was the challenge there, and how do y'all fix that this week?
I mean, one is practice. So we played on Sunday, and we're hurting. So I mean, it's a little hard to get going there in practice. But I mean, just focus. You know, paying a little bit more attention in meetings, and just making sure we bring that, you know, from our meetings onto the field, so we can carry it over to the game.
Execution matters every week, home or away, but is it even more heightened in road games for you guys to extend drives, be good on third down, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's a little bit different with no fans, so you're able to communicate just like it's a home game. But definitely, I forgot what the question was. I'm sorry.
Being able to execute, it's more heightened on the road offensively than it is just because of how, besides the fans, just the challenge of playing offensively away from home.
Yeah, just, I mean, you're in foreign territory, so I mean, just making sure you're on your P's and Q's.
In the off-season, did you feel like you had to either bulk up or slim down because you were anticipating being more of a force in the passing game?
No, I kind of just stayed the same way. I did slim up a little bit in the off-season. I would say just because I really didn't have the same access to a weight room and couldn't work out the exact same, so I naturally just kind of slimmed down a little bit. But you know, once I got back in here and definitely got that weight back on, I know that I'm gonna get a lot of touches, and so my body has to be ready for that. So I mean, I think I've done a good job in the past years, being at a weight that helped me get through the season.
Zeke, for a fan who hasn't seen you play or doesn't know much about your brand, what would you tell them feed me means?
Feed me, she'll just give me the rock. Feed me means give me the rock, so I can go make a play.
And I believe you have an Atlas tattoo also. Is that what you've got on your side? And why did you decide to get that tattoo?
Atlas, yeah, it's an Atlas tattoo, and I got it because I really like Greek and Greek mythology, and so yeah, I like Atlas.
I mean, Atlas was the one who had the weight of the world. Is that something that you see like you like to be the one to carry the burden for the team?
I mean, shoot, if it's gotta be me, it's gotta be me.
We got time for one more.
How important is time of possession in the game? Y'all have not won the time of possession battle the last 2 weeks, and especially when you've got a threat like Russell Wilson on the other side of the ball.
It's really big, and that's been an area that we actually excelled in the past. But this season, I think as an offense, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. Last week, turned the ball over. The week before, just not finishing those drives and not converting on third downs. So I mean, going into this week, we gotta make sure that we're locked in on third down, and we gotta be locked in on the ball. That starts with me. I would say that starts with me, because I touch the ball not as much as Dak, but after him a lot. So that starts with me just making sure early in the game that we're not wasting drives, with ball security issues and making sure we're converting on third down.